Hi, my name is Tuncay. I am working at Turkish Tax Audit, an investigation authority, known as VDK.
Hi, my name is Cindy. I am working for Internal Revenue Service, known as IRS.
We will talk about the differences in tax auditing processes between Turkey and USA. Why am I selected for an audit? VDK. 1. Taxpayers are selected by the VDK risk analysis system. 2. Because of the issues determined as a result of investigation, inspection and audit. 3. Upon the requests of public institutions and legal authorities. 4. Based on the notices and complaints made regarding tax evasion and fraud.
IRS. 1. Through the National Research Program conducted by IRS. 2. Random selection of returns. 3. Information collected from other persons in relation with the taxpayer, such as business partners, investors. How the audit starts.
VDK. Tax auditors use written communication. They request all kinds of information, document and books of account with an official letter or via the corporate email address of VDK.
IRS. Tax auditors notify the taxpayers by mail. They do not initiate an audit by telephone. A taxpayer bill of rights is also sent enclosed to the letter.
How the audit is conducted? VDK. The audit is made essentially in the workplace of the taxpayer, and if it is not possible, it can be conducted in the offices of VDK. It starts with the issuance of starting audit proceedings and ends with the issuance of the tax audit proceedings and preparation of the report. Tax auditors have to comply with the regulations during the auditing process.
IRS. The audit can be made at the taxpayer's home or in the field and in the offices of IRS. Taxpayer can make audio recordings about audit, provided they give the IRS advance notice. Tax auditors use audit techniques guides while making the audit. This brochure contains information about the sectors and accounting systems. Taxpayers can also view this brochure for an accurate filing. The audit is generally conducted by mail, but if there are too many books or record to mail, the taxpayer has the right to request a face-to-face audit. How long the audit takes?
VDK. When the books of account, information and documents are requested for an audit, the taxpayers have at least 15 days to prepare. If the taxpayers are unable to meet the deadline, they have the right to ask for an additional time. They can contact with the auditor themselves or by way of the representative. Limited audits take 6 months, and full audits can last 1 year. However, this period can be extended upon the request of the auditor and with the approval of VDK.
IRS. For the audits which are conducted by mail, the request for extension can be posted to the address given on the IRS letter. An extension period of 30 days is given automatically only for once, and if the taxpayer's request is not accepted, this is also notified to the respective person. On the other hand, if the audit is conducted face-to-face, the taxpayer can make a claim for extension by meeting the auditor. When necessary, getting in contact with the auditor's manager is also possible. The period of audit depends on the type of audit. The complexity of issues, length of the meetings and disagreements can affect the period of audit.
Results of the audit. VDK. If no irregularity is found, the accuracy of the records is acknowledged and we thank the taxpayer. The taxpayer is summoned for an explanation for the irregularities detected. A penalty can be imposed on the taxpayer for transacting contrary to the tax legislation. When the taxpayer is invited for an explanation, an audit may not be conducted if the explanation is fair enough. The matters that the taxpayer object to can't be recorded on the audit proceedings. In consequence of the audit proceedings, a report can be issued regarding the taxpayer's transactions contrary to tax legislation. Taxpayer has the right to request mediation or take to the tax court.
IRS. The audit can result in no change if there is no irregularity found in all the reviewed items. The taxpayer can accept or reject the proposed changes. If the taxpayer do not have any objection to the proposed changes, an audit report is issued and a variety of payment options is offered. If the taxpayer has objections, an appointment can be requested from the IRS manager. IRS may offer a mediation, or the taxpayer can file an appeal.
As you have seen, tax auditing processes of VDK and IRS are mostly similar.
However, there are also differences in some points, such as the modes of communication with the taxpayers, issuance of proceedings and the ways of appeal.
And thanks for watching.
Have a nice day.